What's up, y'all? This Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all already know who it is, man. Trigger Ranking, the Trigger Man himself. Once y'all would like, subscribe, share, definitely hit notification bell. If you like to support the channel, Cash App in the description. If you like to follow me on any other platforms, everything at the top of the YouTube. With that being said, let's get this show on the road. Looking out across the nighttime, city waits, sleepless eye. Hear her voice, shake my window. Sweet seducing sigh, get me out into the nighttime. For walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take your mind. Damn, hey. Lua, 9903. Malou, Benary. Like, hey, stop. What are you smoking? Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? Smoking on a little bit of tobacco, man. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl. She knows I'm watching. Tell them that it's human nature. But y'all gotta give me some time, man. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to stop smoking, bro. Give me some time, man. Come on. Can't stop today now. You know, it's a way to detox your lungs too, right? Oh, this is Michael Jackson, Human Nature. this heart begins to beat. It's in now. I'll touch your shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. They say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? Say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Does it do me that way? I live in this way. All right, y'all. We got one more. Y'all know we like to double up on this next one. And after that, shit, we're gonna go to the news. I know we probably got another Nolan Wells update. This was almost 5, 6 in the evening, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another update. Seeing like every 12 hours something new comes out about the curious case of Mr. Wells. The curious case of Nolan Wells and why we don't have justice yet. Carmelo Anthony, they got that boy up out of here real quick. When it came to we don't, ain't nobody went to jail, talked to the police. Shit, no, never happened. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's get to this good music right quick. Come on, good music.
I feel like she need.
Here we go.
I'd like to make myself believe the planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Whoa, I'd like to make myself believe the planet Earth, it turns slowly. I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems.
All right, one more time for the get down. One more time for the get down, Bridget.
I'd like to make myself believe the planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems.
Oh, I'd like to make myself believe the planet Earth, it
turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I never stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems.
All right, y'all. On to the news, Bridget. Hold on, Bridget. Let me check and see what's going on in the news right quick there now. Hold on, Bridget. Hold on. I know it's gonna be some Some more bullshit. Oh shit. 19 hours ago? Hold on. Hold on. This 7 hours ago. So this today. We're about to react to Willie D live. We're about to see what he says about D.L. Hughley exposes Officer Tatum. So, hey, let's check it out. Let's see what happened. Let's get this show on the road. Y'all go check out Willie D channel. Good channel, a lot of great content. World news.
Willie D live.
So, family, Officer Race Batum Tatum got caught talking slick about D.L. Hughley. Called him lame. Let's just say it didn't go too well for that boy.
It's more lame than calling yourself. You said, you're not an officer anymore. You were a football player who failed at being a football player. You didn't make the team, so you became an officer. That wasn't working out, so you became it.
That wasn't working, so then you want to be a police officer. You want to harass people on the street and shit. Because I could tell by your MO.
You talked about emotion. What is more emotional than this?
I'll provide the sound effect.
You cried for a white dude who that people didn't even think you worthy to speak at his funeral. You said you wouldn't cry for your son, but you cried for him. That's not emotion. You talked that the way Benjamin Crump talks.
Hold on, did y'all hear what he just said? He cried for Charlie Kirk, but he declared that he would not cry for his own son. If that ain't the definition of the Django, come on, fam. Come on.
I just want to blame white folks. Go out there because I know that Lane, Al Sharpton, and Mr. I can't read, Benjamin Crump is just race hustling, y'all.
You talked about how those boys are innocent. You had proof. Now I don't know whether they're innocent or not. I don't know what happened there, but I know one conversation with a failed football player and a social media influencer is not the predicate. You don't have any toxicology report. You don't have an autopsy report.
What up, bro?
You talked about black people acting a fool. Black people are.
King, bro, the world done changed a lot, but I haven't heard from you in like a week, my nigga. The world has changed, my nigga. Like, we in a different time zone. yeah, that nigga's stupid.
Right to be suspicious of a state that took 31 years and 3 trials to prosecute and find guilty found 215 black people that were dead and buried in a pauper's grave and nobody knew they were there. Black people are right to talk, to be suspicious of a state that just killed a 1-year-old boy and nobody's being brought to account. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that has been poisoning black people with the water since the 1960s. Black people didn't look for this fight. They want justice. All they want is accountability. And if it's those boys, it should be that. No.
He's right, you know.
Nobody has a predetermined notion. I don't know what happened. But if you're saying that Al Sharpton and that Benjamin Crump are on one side, you're certainly on the other. You talk to them for 2 days and all of a sudden you know if they're guilty, you know if they're innocent, you know that. Your name is, your moniker is Officer Tatum, not Detective Tatum. You didn't make your way to the detective. You're an influencer who says what white people want you to say. And don't you find it interesting that they chose to speak to you, and they chose to speak to you for the same reason that you're a conservative, for the same reason.
See, I know you see I got the swatch on today. I know you see I got the swatch on, the swatch watch.
Turning point.
Oh, did I tell you, did you see the text? I won $500 Monday on the lottery and shit.
because you're safe. They know you're a black man who will do what he's told. You're an unremarkable black man who they know.
I want 500 on a motherfucking scratch off, G. That's what, in a 2-month period, I don't want $600.
They can count on to be obedient.
Thank you, King.
Damn. Yeah.
King, you really don't be wearing watches like that. But you do be fly though, bro. That boy got the Mickey Mouse watch. I mean, joints. Them motherfuckers hard, G. I ain't gonna lie.
I heard people call people names many times, and usually those names are very colorful and vulgar. And they have a certain amount of steam. But I never thought about calling somebody unremarkable. That has a different level of steam. That's like an intellectual blow, an intellectual verbal blow. Oh man, that was impressive. Unremarkable.
I'm gonna say he's unremarkable. Damn, nigga. You're unrelatable, unremarkable, like nigga. What, like, you good, my nigga? You good, Officer Tatum? You done fucked up. Officer Tatum done fucked up the whole defense for them boys. Officer Tatum done put all the bullshit out. Now he talking about Nolan was on the booger sugar, Nolan was drunk, all this and that, bro. Like, blame it on the yeah, this Willie D. But blame it on the we talking about Officer Tatum though. We talking about, I don't know if you seen the interviews, bro. Them shits was a catastrophe, bro. Like, with the defense, the prosecutor can look at all this shit and wrap it up probably in about a good, I'll say about a good 48 hours. And maybe an hour of deliberation. Somebody ass going to jail. But King, the big day coming Saturday, bro. We get to see what's up with our homie, our little homie, dog. You already know.
I use that.
Pick you for the sake.
Officer Tatum, Warren. You got to look up the Officer Tatum with Warren. That's one. Officer Tatum with Tristan. That's two. But you got to hear the boat call. I don't know if you heard the boat call yet. They got a call from the boat. You can hear them saying, "Oh, he's dead. He's dead." You can hear them in the background, bro, saying he's dead on the boat. G, real spit, dog. No lie.
Reason they picked off.
No lie, bro.
What is very interesting.
You gotta see Judge Mathis break it down on Art of Dialogue. Yeah, you gotta hear Judge Mathis talk about that shit.
This is Nancy Grace.
I'm left to believe that he goes out swimming all on his own, and the friend girl leaves, the mates from school leave, everybody just leaves him out in the water and he dies.
Let me just say, fam, number one, spoiler alert. He just heating up. He's just starting to heat up.
He's heating up. He's heating up.
Nancy Grace is a career prosecutor. She has tried 100 felony trials, 100, and not lost one. And
damn.
Trapaholics, real trap shit. She thinks something suspicious. But the social media influencer who failed at football and was a mediocre cop all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, he did, bro. He did.
I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But I do know this. You said that a young woman with a pot of water acted so suspicious.
Oh, gee, man, I had to show you. I found out a little jewelry hack. So my little joint was getting dirty and shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't cleaning it. Bro, I cleaned that bitch today, G. I gotta show you what the water was looking like. It was like
that she should be shot by cops.
But I'm so fresh and so clean again.
That's still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
But you don't think people.
That lady did not throw boiling water on this man. She was going to her stove and they shot her and killed her, bro. What the fuck is this man talking about, bro? I know y'all know the case of the lady when the police went and in her apartment, and she was going to the stove. I guess it was hot water on the stove. And she said something about in the name of Jesus or something to that effect. And they shot the lady and killed the lady, man. Like,
It's right, you know.
like, come on, bro. Like, nigga, I call you for fucking help. You kill me?
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Man, cut it out.
Bullshit.
Watch out, bro.
I'm on a boat with somebody, in proximity to somebody, and that person comes that day, acting so suspicious, they should be questioned.
Am I get shot? I can't let that slide, man. My man talk like that. I can't get shot. Can I get shot? You got something you want to tell us, Brandon?
That's who you are. Debate you for what? What you are is what the people before you. You're Diamond and Silk. You're Candace Owens. You're Stacey Dash.
Damn.
You're that. And your career will
That nigga
end.
say you Candace Owens and Stacey Dash. So that nigga call you two bitches out here, like not one. Two bitches in you.
It's like avocado. Because that's what they do. There'll be somebody else that replaces you. I've been around for 40 years doing what I do, and you still know my name. You know how I got to know yours? Somebody sent me a coon alert. They said, and you fit the bill.
I said, somebody said this man a coon alert.
Diamond and Seals or the Stacey Dashes, the Armstrong, like all of them, when you're there with them and you wonder what happened, it's because you sold your soul for nothing.
Let me just say this. I know people gonna clip this and get that. I don't care. I really feel this way. I'm getting sick of black people. Right? I like the black people like me and others that are conservative, that smart, but the rest of y'all, I'm sick of y'all.
Man, I'm sick of your ass, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Fire that nigga. You get fired today, bro. You go home without a check. You get a pen.
It's hard to even want to be around black people, to be honest.
Hey, nigga, your last check gonna be in the motherfucking mail, bitch.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You fired, nigga. On some gangster shit out here.
Gangsta Brazil.
I have never once, and I've had a disagreement with a lot of black people that I've had disagreement, but I've never once had to make a video explaining I don't hate black people.
I do not hate black people. I know that people who are new to my channel, and you see people out there making these videos, it's comical to me because I don't understand how accountability leads to hate.
You said you can't teach me, you can't make me hate white people. You said that.
You want me to hate white people? I'm not doing it. I'm not.
But he had no trouble saying he hate black people. Talk about a mother in Sambo.
It's amazing making you hate white people. I don't want that at all. What I want to know is who the fuck taught you to hate us?
I bought it from the damn gas station, man. Oh, I ain't even. I bought it, but I bought a little nut. You know, Africa them sold me this hat. The one that say, I think Teddy thinks he's handsome. I got a couple of them from there. I got about three of them. I don't know, it's a regular hat though. M or GM, some shit.
Because usually it starts at home. Some kind of way.
GM, some shit like that.
Something you see or something you do and they didn't pick it up or something. But it usually starts at home. Yeah, he knocked that one out the park. That's a mic drop. It ain't really nothing to say after that. Officer Race Batum Tatum. One of the worst.
Officer Race Batum Tatum. But that nigga, Willie D, he called him Chud the Crud. Chud the Crud. Goddamn builder out here.
And he nailed it. Why do you think
Nigga, Chud building mattresses and shit in jail right now. Like he building mattresses. Like but we ain't even heard nothing about Chud. We heard about Chud about good two weeks now.
Safe.
Maybe
You're
3.
Diet Coke. Yeah, you're safe. Yeah.
Teddy
Go there and say
thinks
anything,
he's handsome.
and they would be safe. It didn't matter what they said. They could have confessed to murder, and he would have said, "No, it's not your fault." Now, in fact, he would say something like, "You didn't murder him. I'm trying to tell you, you didn't do it, man. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. I did it. I did it. Look, I refuse to do it." He'd get on his knees and, "Look, man, I eat you up, man. Just don't say that again." Yeah.
My nigga said he had to get on his knees and look something with 2 balls eye to eye, my nigga. He had to look at that shit eye to eye. He got on his knees. Yeah. Nah.
He demented. Somebody on DL's IG said Officer Tatum roots for the white family against the black family on Family Feud.
Damn. Hey, bro. Hey, bro, this shit too funny, man. You got me fucked up, bro. I don't care if it was a family full of punks. I'm rooting for the black punks before I'm rooting for the white hunks. Especially on Family Feud, shit. They finna get a car at the end of that bitch. Hell, you talking about? Hey, y'all, we about to check out Poet and Flacco. It's an update on Big U. I really was interested in this. This is our next video. We about to react to Poet and Flacco. Y'all go check his channel out. If y'all want to go hear any video I did of his or other videos without my commentation on it, go to his channel, Poet and Flacco, man. Let's see how bad Big U done fucked up. Big U's another one, killing his own people, bro. Like, U's a goofy too, bro. He's a goofy nigga too. Hold on, y'all. I might have to switch it out if it goes down. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this shit to work, man.
$2,100. That's 3 months of groceries. $2,100. That's the tax.
Hey, G Twin said she gonna take the thing out her arm. I'm like, I don't know.
Big U is in a world of trouble after her today. Bro is cooked beyond belief. Like, I can't.
Damn, Big U, you cooked again? You in a hell of a Rico and you cooked all over again, but you just, hey, that boy fricasseed now, nigga. He ain't cooked. That boy fricasseed up there. This old ass nigga need to sit his ass down. Well, he already sitting down, so that's evident. He's in a jail cell, so he's sitting down.
Begin to tell you how cooked Big U is. Big U is currently in jail on racketeering and murder charges, but Big U has not learned his lesson at all, right? These new recent updates and the new superseded indictment shows that Big U has not learned his lesson at all, and that will be his downfall. But to compile his bad decisions in prison, there are apparently close associates of Big U who are apparently now committed to burying him in court, if that means saving themselves. And with this compilation, Big U has no chance.
And in fact, we're following several breaking news stories at this hour. We begin with that South LA man who the feds say used taxpayer money and donations to fund gang activities. In the past hour, we've learned that Eugene Henley Jr., and Brian Mejia were taken into custody. Henley Jr. is a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips, according to the FBI. But in recent years, he worked in entertainment and ran a youth charity that the acting U.S. attorney now says was a front for his criminal enterprise. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi, live in downtown LA, with the very latest developments on this. Camilla?
Hi, Colleen. 19 defendants in total in connection to this criminal enterprise. At least 2 of them appeared in federal court earlier today. And now, as you mentioned, Eugene Henley and another fugitive are now in custody tonight in connection to this case.
Hold on.
A known community activist and founder of a youth nonprofit in South LA, now facing federal charges.
A career criminal known as Big.
We know about this, but is this the first one or the? Because I know he didn't get out of jail.
Eugene Henley is accused of being a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips street gang. Federal prosecutors say Henley ran a criminal enterprise and is accused of a number of crimes, including racketeering, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder
That
of
human trafficking alone, me and my partner, we know about this dude up here in Atlanta, a little rapper. What his name was? King, what the boy name was? Got like 100 and some years for human trafficking. Cash Out or some shit like that. Cash Out. I forget his
He
name.
maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Federal authorities say there are other alleged gang members facing charges they say are connected to the criminal enterprise. A number of arrests were made this week. These sketches show 2 defendants, Sylvester Robinson and Mark Martin, in federal court Wednesday afternoon.
4 of the 19
So that
defendants
was yesterday.
were
Cash
already in
Out.
custody.
Yeah. That was
And
yesterday.
10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours.
Court documents.
Before this recent arrest,
So you gotta remember, what they call that shit? The human trafficking, bro. Them folks don't play about that human trafficking shit, bro. Your ass will go to jail for damn near fucking around with that type.
like a 13 to 20 year stint. So Big U is no stranger to jail. So when he goes back to jail, I think Big U went back to jail and got right back into his element, got right back to programming, got right back to what he knows.
But they say Big U, I don't know if it was outside or inside the jail, but this is like, this is one of his hood stories, because Big U is actually, if y'all know about the movie Friday, what's his name? Tiny Lesson, his character, Debo, that was supposed to be based off of Big U. But allegedly, this is a alleged historical story about Big U. Big U got in a fight with somebody. I don't know if it was in jail or outside of jail. And he hit the man so hard, he knocked his eye out of his head. So I'm just like, watching the movie Friday, they should have added a little bit more to it, bro. Because, I mean, bro, if you knock a motherfucker eye out their head, bro, I'm like, I don't want no parts of that, bro. I'm good, my nigga. Like, bro, you got it, my nigga.
To forget,
good, bro.
You're still fighting a case. Big U is so.
That's what that nigga say. That nigga say, you want some of this, old man? That nigga said, no, goddamn. That boy said,
institutionalized at this point. He's only been in jail for a year, but he's so institutionalized at this point that Big U was apparently caught off
discovery. He knows anybody. He knows anybody that's actually in the system that is going to be a part of his case, and it's going to switch up on him and go against him. But hey, y'all, if y'all don't know, Lil Durk locked up with him too. Lil Durk, Brick Baby, what the boy name is? The one talked to Sharice, well, had a baby with Sharice. Loose Cannon, all them boys locked up. All them niggas in there.
of people who, they plan to call to the stand. Now, it's unclear who those people are, right? Now, I heard like 90% of people, like 90% of Big U's like co-defendants or snitching. Like, I heard like 90%. Like, I heard it's like a crazy number.
Bro,
like, he's cooked.
If 90% of your co-defendants to snitch, bro, you gonna have to kill the whole jail, nigga.
But to be the age that Big U is at, Big U is what, like almost 60 years old. To be
Dirt locked up in LA with Big U. He in MDC. You know they got two MDC. They got MDC in New York. That's where Diddy was locked up. MDC before the case was over with, and they sent him off to where he had to do his trial. They got an MDC in LA. That's where Brick Baby and all them at. Brick Baby, Big U, all them niggas, Bell Claw, all them niggas out there. That way. But the only thing is, Dirk got to deal with some shit. Even if Dirk beat all his motherfucking cases over there in LA, even if he beat that shit, he still got to go back to Chicago to face another type murder. So, right. All these boys got uphill battles, man. Up motherfucking hill.
And understand you're in jail with a life sentence hanging over your head. They are accusing you of being a mob boss. They're accusing you of being a ringleader of a gang. They're accusing you.
And you stupid enough to pay these motherfuckers in jail. Like, nobody's going to find out that an inmate that wasn't getting no money before, all of a sudden getting cash, well, not cash drops, but getting money dropped on their red dot cards or however that shit works, getting commissary and all this shit. Like, bro, come on, dog. Like, everybody knows what's going on, bro. Like, you shouldn't do this, bro. When you get to jail, you need to be quiet like Dirk, bro. I think I heard Dirk in one interview, and Dirk was talking about he was motherfucking learning what they call that shit. That nigga was talking about he was learning what they call it. Oh, Arabic. Man, you could have got Rosetta Stone and learned that shit outside of the jailhouse, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Cause first off, King Von ain't getting out. The shit with his brother, that's another whole case with Dirk brother D thing. But when it comes to
putting hits on people, they're accusing you of sending your minions to rob, extort, right, and shoot people. That's what they are accusing you of doing. And then they're also accusing you personally of murdering somebody. So you're being accused of having minions who did deeds on your behalf. Then you get to prison and you begin to do the very same thing they are accusing you of doing.
I forget the dude's name. Because they were saying something about they wasn't gonna say anything about it. Then it came up, they was like, well, if he does beat that case, he's still gonna have to get charged with it was the leader of if I'm not mistaken, I think it had something to do with D-Thing too, but he was like the leader of that faction or whatever. I don't want to call the wrong gang off because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gang certified or anything, but yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, it's another dude in Chicago. I forget his name, but he's like the leader of some gang. He got knocked off, and they trying to say Dirk has something to do with that shit too. So it's just like, bro, you fucked yourself, bro. You fucked, dog. You fucked, man. Come on now. That's goofy shit, man.
He's right, you know.
You 40 million up. Dirk was 40 million up, boy. That nigga Dirk won the Grammy, and 8 months later he was locked up in federal prison.
You claim you didn't do, because when you go to trial, you're saying, hey, I'm not this guy that paid me out to be. I'm not a ringleader. I'm a father. Then you go to jail and you allow them folks to gather evidence of you paying inmates to go ahead and intimidate witnesses? What?
World with Bitcoin
Come on,
and Ethereum.
dog.
Track your Bitcoin and Ethereum mining in real.
Hey, bro, we just gonna say a little prayer for Dirk, because Dirk need prayer right now.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Irrahman Rahim.
Maliki don't make me eating. Ia kana ahabu, ia kana sta eating. Even though Sirota Mustakim.
Crazy.
What? Bro, you could. Hey, listen, man. If you are a Big U fan, which a lot of you guys are, man, sayonara. All right, I'll just call it a snitching. Right, and if you ask Christopher Lovejoy, 100% of them is snitching, but I'm not ready to go that far. Well, Loose Cannon had his lawyer or his attorney.
Loose Cannon. Hey, there we go again. That's how this whole shit. That's how this whole shit got blown up. Loose Cannon on fucking on No Jumper, talking that bullshit about the Delta Dog situation where they was robbing the weed store and going and getting the money back, giving the weed store owner some of the money back. Like,
he contacted a few people this week.
And this dumbass nigga said this shit on no fucking No Jumper, bro. Like, he was a goofy nigga.
One of those people being Whack 100. Now, when the lawyer contacted Whack 100, apparently,
hey, what that boy Young Dog say? He said all these niggas hollering gang, gang. Y'all niggas gonna tell on the whole gang. And that's exactly what that boy did. That boy, I'm talking about, if you look at the flow, they got a flow chart of how many people they locked up. Like, I ain't never seen a flow chart. Like, they got about 30 motherfuckers on that bit. I was like, why sit your ass down somewhere? You ain't gonna get out of jail, nigga.
the lawyer is trying to gather information from Whack 100 to verify certain things that him and Loose Cannon talked about.
Oh, the dispensary. So Dale Dog had the dispensary, and I don't know if they knew, but Dale Dog was already working with the feds before they was doing this shit to him. Dale Dog had a case, caught a case, and then Big U started doing this shit to him. So Dale Dog already had a case. So basically, Dale had flipped on whatever situation he had, started working with the feds. Boom, after that nigga did that shit, Big U them started robbing them. That's the whole story that Loose Cannon told on. He was on there with Adam and Whack 100. And he was like, yeah, man, Big U would have them have us go and rob the weed place, and we'll get the money, and then he'll call the dude back and be like, give him half of his money and be like, that's how you rob yourself. Now, if I don't know how this shit was going. I don't know if he was like, he had a store, they was robbing him at the dispensary. I don't know if it was some shit like he was supposed to be paying dues to them for being in their neighborhood, or he just let them rob him, get the money, act like he don't know who did it, and then get the insurance money. So it could be either way. Those are just two scenarios I brought up in my head. Like, I don't know for sure.
In his relationship with Big U. The lawyer tells Whack he's going to record a conversation just for his record. And then he begins to act Whack things like, yo, did Big U sell guns like back to, his own homies? He talked about the Loose Cannon and Whack 100 interview on No Jumper.
See, that's what I was talking about. You got to go look that up. The Loose Cannon Whack 100 joint.
Just for his record. And then he begins to act Whack things like, yo, did Big U sell guns like back to, his own homies? He talked about the Loose Cannon and Whack 100 interview on No Jumper. He began to ask Whack things that if Whack was not savvy enough, this would be really bad. But like Whack would
see the way Whack played the interview, Whack was looking like, so you mean to tell me, like, hey, Whack said that shit like he was somebody's granddaddy or some shit. Like, that shit was funny, bro. That man said. So you mean to tell me after Loose Cannon told the story, that's how he looked at him, like, okay, so basically you just implicated Big U on some bullshit.
The conversation as well. And Wack did a pretty great job at answering these questions and making sure, right, that he doesn't give up Big U.
I got you on a landline. All right. It tends to work better for me. As I said, I'm going to record this call just so that I have accurate notes of what you say, and then I'll stop. No problem. All right. So what the government is claiming, this is from an FBI.
So listen, y'all, I don't know who the fuck this is talking to Wack on the phone, bro. I don't know who this is. This shit sound like, that shit sound federal. That shit sound, bruh said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm recording the call.
Affidavit that was
make a call. Hey, he's recorded the call. But Wack's smart enough to not get mixed up into none of this shit. That's one thing I can say about Wack. Wack will not get mixed up in this.
In court, they say that the statements that Luce made about him,
because the shit what Luce said, he lumped a lot of people. That's why there's so many people on that indictment with him. Like, it's like, you got to think about it. You the top person. You don't think them people that's underlings are gonna tell on you, my nigga? Man, come on, bro. Cut it out, bro.
and
No folk told on you when they probably 20 minutes after the handcuffs put on, folk telling
40,000 and given 20 of it back was a robbery and all that stuff, and getting 40,000 and giving 20 of it back.
20 of it back. So listen, he would rob them for like 40 grand. Then he would have them go and be like, hey, yo, bring them to the crib. Boom, we about to give him some money back. Boom. So he give him 20,000 back. And he told, like, I heard allegedly, Big, you said, yeah, now see, this is how you rob yourself. So like I said earlier, I don't know if it was a situation where they was getting insurance money from the robbery or, it was another scenario, but this shit don't look good either way, bro. And if you don't think, what a boy name is, Loose Cannon telling, bro. If he got on No Jumper and said that, bro, that man is telling right now, dog. That's all I can say.
Was of a robbery. Henley robbed this guy, Monster,
that's his name, Monster.
A drug dispensary, and then gave part of it back.
Yeah, Monster, that's his name. It wasn't Del Dog. I think Del Dog was the one that got beat up outside of No Jumper. It was Monster. That's the dude. Monster, everything I said about Del Dog, but Del Dog, they supposed to. The shit with Monster, he's the one that owned the actual weed
conversation was all about.
Well, the thing about it is this. This was a conversation that Loose Cannon was having because he said a bunch of things. I think there was something in the ballpark of dudes collecting guns or passing out guns and writing out serial numbers. That's the grid program side of it.
Right. What did you understand Luce to be talking about?
Well, that part.
So the gun part, I ain't really hear too much about the gun part. So I'm gonna run this back just like 30 seconds just to see what they're talking about with this gun shit. Cause I mean, Wack 100 done been accused of the same thing, giving out guns to Crips so they can kill each other. So like, yeah, allegedly. Hold on, y'all, we gotta run that back. Give me 1 second.
What you're talking about?
Well, that part was saying that he saw Big U passing out guns to his homeboys, and but he was writing out serial numbers off the guns. That's what he's saying.
So if you writing out the serial numbers, like what like, and I'm just being honest with you, what dude you know out here just passing out guns, writing out serial numbers too? Like, that's some shit where either you was working with the police, or because how would you know if that gun was actually seized by the police after the fact that you gave that gun to them? Like, so all of this shit, it's like it makes sense, but then how it was exposed, it don't make sense because you just looking at it like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Brad just got on no jumper and just told on the top man in the rolling 60s. Like, how the fuck that shit works?
I do know the grid program is really what broke the story of Big U being part of the grid program, which says you turn in guns, detailed hot spots in the neighborhood, gang-related situations, so on and so forth. So
this is the third time Loose Cannon lawyer has reached out. The first time he reached out, Loose Cannon lawyer reached out asking if people had a footage of this particular murder that took place that was pretty public. Loose Cannon claimed that Big U committed that murder and he's willing to testify.
The murder they're talking about is the young guy that was, I guess signed under Big U. He was Big U's son, friend, or whatever. That whole debacle. He's supposed to had killed the boy and took him to, I don't know if I'm not mistaken, Arizona, allegedly. If I'm not mistaken, took him to Arizona, dropped his body off on the side of the road, and came back and shit like that. But I can't even see that symbol or that emblem.
Who spoke to his lawyer, all right? I'm not sure if that's true or not. The second time he reached out, Loose Cannon claimed he was a victim of Big U. And
Kobayashi looking ass. Kobayashi face ass. That boy say he the last corn dog. I got a homeboy named Kobayashi, bro. Like, oh God.
And Big U was making him do these things according to the lawyer, and he was asking for certain people to cooperate that. Now, the third time is I was on like a fishing expedition to get anything on you. Footage of this particular murder that took place that was public. Loose Cannon claimed that Big U committed that murder and he's willing to testify against Big U according to the people who spoke to his lawyer, all right? I'm not sure if that's true or not. The second time he reached out, Loose Cannon claimed he was a victim of Big U, and Big U was making him do these things according to the lawyer, and he was asking for certain people to cooperate that. Now, the third time is, listen, man, I don't know what's going on or what Loose Cannon has under his sleeve. What I will tell you this, man, Loose Cannon is a very, very, very smart guy. He's a very savvy dude. Loose Cannon ain't doing life in prison for Big U, bro.
I believe he's gonna tell. He gonna tell on the whole gang, bro.
Loose Cannon ain't doing 5 years in prison for Big U. Loose Cannon is gonna find a way to get out of the situation. I can promise you that, bro. And it looks like Loose Cannon lawyer is going on like a fishing expedition, trying to get in. But I don't know why they're on the phone with Wack. I don't know why they're on the phone with other people. Because Wack ain't the only person they call, from my knowledge. Like, they call other people. I just can't for the life of me, like, understand this. But the lawyer gets excited, and then Wack 100 completely flips the script, right? And says something that, like, really demoralizes the lawyer, right? Like, this is where the lawyer realizes he's not going to get the answers he's hoping for.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. With DuckDuck.
But see, that's why Wack, though, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that's why Wack is kind of smart, though, as far as, like, when it comes to dealing with the law. Either, I ain't gonna say the man working with them folks, but he slide out of all kind of situations.
He's not going to get the answers he's hoping for.
remember, Loose Cannon, we bring him on the show to hear the lies he's gonna tell. That's like a comedian.
That's fine. I just want to know what you understood him to be talking about.
I heard what everybody else heard. He was telling the story of an incident that happened, and he said, I'm like, that they left one amount of money, and they was asked to give up some of the amount of money, and dude gave it back to somebody. I mean, but like I said, the platform expecting 1 million lives. So we don't, we listen to it.
That's
and
crazy.
we'll help them keep the lie going because it's just content. It's YouTube, bro.
But no,
Brad told a lawyer this is YouTube. Got your ass. Get him.
Literally like going out and picking up
scamming it. Like, you might could say that in one instance, and you might not could say that. It just depends on how he was running the infrastructure of his dealings with the grid program.
guns from gang members that he could turn in for money, and then he was giving half the money back to the gang members who gave him the gun.
So I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole other thing because
I don't know nothing about that part. They say he was turning in the guns, getting money from turning the guns in. Then half of the money he get back from the guns, he'll go buy bigger and better guns. Wow.
So you mentioned somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I wouldn't know if Big U. I wouldn't know if Big U got paid for guns. We know he was in the thing. So, I don't know because I thought he said he watched them write down the serial. So he's passing out the guns. Then that means he doesn't have them to turn in to the city. So that doesn't make. But again, this is loose cannon. Like, dude just said shit. Like, think about it. If he's writing down serial numbers and passing out, that paints the picture that he's keeping his serial numbers to turn into law enforcement. So when this gun is used, law enforcement knows who had the gun. That's what we heard. Now you're saying.
So hold on, we gotta run that back. We gotta run that back.
So when this gun is used, law enforcement knows who took the guns. Then that means he doesn't have them to turn in to the city. So that doesn't make. But again, this is loose cannon. Like, dude just said shit. Like, think about it. If he's writing down serial numbers and passing out, that paints the picture that he's keeping his serial numbers to turn into law enforcement.
That's what I said.
Used,
that's what I'm like, shit, he working because who the hell write down the serial number on a gun to do what? And then, like, if somebody uses it and it kills people or whatever, then you tell on them and you get more time off your books. Like,
law enforcement knows.
Like, was he a confidential, a CI?
Who had the gun? That's what we heard. Now you're saying he collected the gun to go turn them in. So, the whole story to us was we didn't put no time or thought into it.
What my understanding is, what Lewis was referring to was that Henley got paid by the city for the guns. That was part of his compensation.
What did Lewis tell you?
That's what he said. He was referring to that and the fact that Henley would turn around and give half the money back to the guys, the gang members who gave him the guns in the first place.
Loose cannon lawyer is not.
Yeah, and he's stupid to be talking on video like this because this can mess him up as a lawyer. Like, don't nobody want their lawyer out there speaking like that out there in the public before my case comes into fruition. You dig?
Prosecutor, loose cannon lawyer is not the government. He should have no interest in crimes that Big U committed. He's calling for these crimes because apparently somebody planned on turning on Big U, right? Which is why Big U is trying to get these witnesses gone, right? But he got charged for that as well, right? Now, the indictment listed a couple of interesting things, right? So first off, the first thing the indictment listed, that I was kind of shocked that this was included. Well, it was the robbery of Future, right? It was the robbery of Future.
They never robbed Future, bro. They never robbed Future. They never robbed Future, bro. And then I thought it was supposed to be somebody else they supposed to have robbed. I ain't think yeah, they didn't rob Future, bro. It was somebody else, bro. It was
Right.
another
So
thing,
the new indictment includes allegations that in 2014, Henley and his associates assaulted and later chased a Grammy Award-winning artist through Los Angeles International Airport to collect a debt and for failing to show respect. According to a U.S. Attorney's Office,
Another driver after a car accident. A smarter way to get paid a much larger settlement.
reports as Nevada's Demond Cash, a rapper known formerly as Future. But here's the thing, though. Now, they're listing this as evidence, I guess, Big U's character, but they're not charging Big U with anything because if you listen to the audio, Wack never said that Big U did anything. Wack says that he was the one who chased Future, right? So they're just saying, oh, look, Big U who did this.
Yeah. Because I remember this story when, what is his name? Wack 100 was saying that he chased Future in the airport. I do remember this. This is a story I remember Wack telling, and it had something to do with something about some money or something. I don't know. And Wack said he chased him. So now you trying to lump Wack into this shit.
So they're saying, yo, this is like a reference of his character, right? He did this in the past, so hence this falls in line with what we're accusing him of doing. Loose cannon lawyer is not a prosecutor. Loose cannon lawyer is not the government. He should have no interest in crimes that Big U committed. He's calling for these crimes because apparently somebody planned on turning on Big U, right? Which is why Big U is trying to get these witnesses gone, right? But he got charged for that as well, all right? Now, the indictment listed a couple of interesting things, right? So first off, the first thing the indictment listed, that I was kind of shocked that this was included. Well, it was the robbery of Future, right? It was the robbery of Future, right? So the new indictment includes allegations that in 2014, Henley and his associates assaulted and later chased a Grammy Award-winning artist through Los Angeles International Airport to collect a debt and for failing to show respect. According to a U.S. Attorney's Office in LA, although the artist is only identified by his initials, ADC, the Times was able to identify him through social media and news reports as Nevada's Demond Cash, a rapper known formerly as Future. But here's the thing, though. Now, they're listing this as evidence towards, I guess, Big U's character, but they're not charging Big U with anything because if you listen to the audio, Wack never said that Big U did anything. Wack says that he was the one who chased Future.
Oh, for instance, Future old Trick some money.
Yeah,
So
Trick. It was Trick. I was about to say Trick, but yeah, he said Future old Trick some money, which is like really unbelievable. But let's listen.
Real close at the time, right? Hey, Future old rolled some money. All right, Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming through LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football players. Sierra. We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take the jock out of here. When we come to the thing, I said, hey, homie, you got that money for Trick? He take off run. I'm chasing over the dead homies. Dude, it runs into a motherfucking terminal, and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left it.
But Future did come out and said, bro, I had never seen Wack 100 a day in my life. So from Future side, and I'm damn near an Atlanta native. I'm from Florida, born and raised, and I'm on the Florida-Georgia line. I'm from Jacksonville, so it's like I'm damn near a Georgia native, especially Atlanta, because that's the only really spot I've been in. But yeah,
bro,
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit at all. He chased Future through Atlanta airport. You chased Future through Atlanta airport. Lying when they say, when niggas say true story, he lying, bro. He lying like a motherfucker. Like, that nigga ain't telling the truth.
Take his phone now, right? He know it can only go so far. What you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, "Whack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me." I say, "Stunner, I'm busy right now." He said, "Yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on?" I say, "Oh, trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard and he don't throw a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get ducked and then he gonna pay, right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, "Whack, my word to you, I paid that. Let him be. I got business with that man." I said, "What?" He said, "Whack, it's Stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever this that is. Send me trick, I'll pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word." I threw it back and forth on him. Like, trick out his wire. Damn. It's real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So, I guess Birdman got Stunner paid. I don't believe this shit.
And it's like, that was like, it was a real table at one time to where we knew what was going on. Knew everywhere, it's in every region. So where we knew what was going on, right? And we was gonna move it if we saw you. And our squad knew if they saw you at the lounge or our club. It's been times where he was like, "Hey, well, I ain't gonna say no name. Such and such in the club, lock him down. It was going to go 20 deep to their VIP. Tell the security they don't pay you enough for this year. Look, continue to have your drinks. If it's all cool, ain't nobody moving."
Also, Future never paid the money Birdman did. So if they wanted to charge Big U for this, what would they charge Big U with? He never chased Future. He never attacked Future. And Birdman paid the money, not Future. So they can't even charge that with him. So, right? So, like, what would they charge him with? So people are getting this wrong. They're not charging Big U with a crime in reference to Future. They're saying this is a behavior, right?
Hey, birds of a feather, man.
From threatening people, running down on people, and harassing and intimidating people to get money up out of them, okay? Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? But this just shows you.
I check out Porter Flock. We about to do one more with him, and then we're going somewhere else after that, because we got to get about at least 2 hours. We at 1:11 now, so we about to rock in 2 hours. We about to do another Porter Flacco, another update on Nolan Wells. I'm trying to see if we did this on the phone.
Why does anything legal feel impossible to understand unless you can afford a lawyer?
Simple question. Suddenly I'm Googling.
D.L. Hughley just race-baited Officer Tatum to expose himself. See, Tatum has been out here covering this Nolan Wells situation, pretending like, he's not a tap dancer, pretending like he just wants the truth. When in fact, his real intentions for bringing up how many black kids were on the island and things of that sort was to redirect the attention to black folks and take it away from the white folks that was suspects. And he just exposed his head, right? And all it took was a little rage bait from D.L. Hughley, okay? So D.L. Hughley responded to Officer Tatum, who has had his name in his mouth the last 2 weeks, right? D.L. Hughley finally gave him the smoke he was waiting for.
This is Brandon Tatum.
Y'all just see what unfunny ex-comedian D.L. Hughley just said about me. Posted a picture of me and my wife. To do what? To be a racist?
Hold on, Tatum. You can't play that race card, bro. You have said on numerous occasions, racism is no longer a thing. It doesn't exist. So if it's no longer a thing, then D.L. Hughley can't be racist, according to you. Now, D.L. Hughley didn't post a picture of Tatum and his wife to humiliate him. He posted a picture to get a point out. See, Tatum have been out here parading, doing PR work for potential suspects in Nolan Wells' murder, right? Potential suspects. I'm not saying they did it.
I just can't see how the kids went on that damn podcast. That was some dumb shit. Like, that was a mistake. They shouldn't have did that, bro.
They are suspects. So he been out here running PR, disparaging Nolan Wells' mama, calling her a racist, calling her a race hustler, a grifter, when all the mama ever said was, "I just want answers." The mama never assigned blame to anybody.
The family didn't say that. Nobody did it. The family was just like, we just want to know what happened to our child. That's it. Like, it wasn't no, however you want to put it, it wasn't no blame in the situation. She just, her and her husband want to know what happened to their child, which is 1,000%, 1,000,000%, what a grieving parent would want to know in the midst of their child passing away.
Mama never said anybody did it. The mama even says she don't think it's about race, but she can't ignore that component is doing this. So take whatever he is saying and doing right now in this context as a black man with a wife. So when he out here, is disparaging a black woman, when he's out here disparaging black folks, when he's out here working counter, right, for no law justice, understand why he's doing it or understand who this man is. I think that was.
Dude, in all of comedy,
What is more lame than calling yourself the job you used to have? You're not an officer anymore. You were a football player who failed at being a football player. You didn't make the team. So you became
Y'all know we heard this earlier, but we're going to.
an officer. That wasn't working out, so you became an influencer. You talked about emotion. What is more emotional than this? The word.
He cried over Charlie Kirk, bro. And I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of people that cried over Charlie Kirk. But, bro, it shouldn't have been you, we'll just say. It shouldn't have been you.
You cried for a white dude that people didn't even think you worthy to speak at his funeral. You said you wouldn't cry for your son, but you cried for him. That's not emotion. You talked the way Benjamin Crump talks.
just want to blame white folks. And so I go out there because I know that lame Al Sharpton and Mr. I can't read Benjamin Crump is just race hustling, y'all.
You talked at
Hey, bro, you trolling, bro, but that's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all, bro. You need to go to school, bro. Get you a job or something, bro. Like, that ain't cool right now.
About how those boys are innocent. You had proof.
Get you an education. You talking about 7 bodies, but you might need to get you a lawyer out. Damn. And you got on my channel to expose that shit?
I don't know whether they're innocent or not. I don't know what happened there. But I know one conversation with a failed football player and a social media influencer.
What you mean you like that, bro? You like what, bro? You like that. What you mean you like that? What does that mean? I'm like that. You like what?
It's not the predicate. You don't have any toxicology report. You don't have an autopsy report. You talked about black people at 31 years in trial to prosecute and find guilty the murder of Medgar Evers. Black people are suspicious of the state that in 2005 found 215 black people that were dead and buried in a pauper's grave. Nobody knew they were there. Black people are right to talk, to be suspicious of a state.
It just sound like a rapper. One of these little young teeny bopper, I ain't gonna say teeny bopper, we'll just say drill rappers, but bro, it's more to life than that shit, bro. And then with you getting on my platform and saying you got 7 bodies, bro, I didn't ask you to come on here and put that on here. You put that on there yourself. Bro, don't you need to incriminate yourself, bit, dog? They can go and look at your page and see who put the. Come on, man. Use AI at this point. Learn how to use AI to get money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Comment no more. Bro, common sense ain't common, bro. See, common sense would tell Officer Tatum why people are annoyed by his comments. But he somewhat don't seem to understand, which I think either that might be a play. He might be lying about understanding why black people are annoyed at his coverage. People are annoyed at Officer Tatum because Tatum's coverage, not with, I don't know, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna look into it. Start it all off with and Stans then elevated again to where he's saying he don't think Nolan Walsh drowned, and he think Nolan Walsh was murdered. He just don't think he was killed by the friends on the boat. So you started off with there's no evidence of foul play, to now there is foul play, but you still pretended like
the people on the boat didn't have nothing to do with it. That makes no sense at all. The people on the boat should be the first and people that you look at in this situation, because at the end of the day, bro, like he came with them. You're supposed to leave with them and come back in one piece, alive, my nigga. Like, what is you talking about, bro? This shit just goofy, bro.
All we're saying is we don't know who did it, but like everybody is a suspect, and we're not ruling out any suspects until somebody is apprehended and arrested. That's our stance. But Tatum comes out because, bro, he's so obsessed with trying to be, I don't know, like the savior for white folks. He's so obsessed trying to put on that cape, right? He's willing to do whatever it takes.
It's crazy, y'all, because little buddy I was just talking to, he got up out the chat real quick. Bro say, I got 7 bodies. I'm like that. You my role model. What? I ain't got no bodies, bro. I have no bodies. Like, for real type shit. Like,
placate to white supremacists, which is why I think the first person they call is Officer Tatum. Right? They could have gone the TM at pretty neutral.
this is the weirdest shit in the world, bro.
They could have gone to TMZ, no, but they went to Officer Tatum because they understand Officer Tatum will do whatever it takes. He will lie, he will misconstrue the facts, he will leave things out, he will make edits like he did during the interviews with the friends to make sure that whatever can make these kids look guilty would never come out, opposed to going to somebody, right, with an unbiased lens. So they're not trying to contaminate, right, the interview or the evidence with their biased lens. Tatum didn't do that, right? So because Tatum has changed his stance multiple times, because Tatum continues to disrespect the family of Benjamin Crump, even though Tatum is the one who has changed his stance. Benjamin Crump from day one says, foul play happened here, we don't know who did it, but we'll find our answers. And because of that, Tatum is calling Benjamin Crump a race hustler, while at the same time saying foul play happened, but it's wrong for us to suspect that the white kids did it. What's wrong with suspecting? Everybody is a suspect. But here's the problem. See, Tatum has a problem with us suspecting the white kids did it, but don't have a problem with us saying foul play happened. You know why? Because he wants to change it. He wants to redirect our focus to the 4 black folks that was on an island of 2,000 people. Less than 1/4 of 1% was black. He wants to direct our attention to them because he now wants to pass the blame to black folks. And he exposed his hand during his live stream. 2015 to 2024, about a 10-year period. 3,000 to 3,500 black Mississippians were killed by black offenders.
Yeah, this dude. Yeah, this guy is a weirdo. This guy is. I'm talking about Stephen Fetcher, Uncle Tom, yeah, this dude. Hey, you know it's crazy because it's scary black people out here. It's scary. It's weird. Yeah, this dude is tap dancing.
Said 3 scenarios, didn't he? He make sure that's right. He gave 3 stories of alleged impropriety. That seemed like a high number, but he gave 3 stories of impropriety spanning over, I don't know, 30, 40 years. just in 10 years, there's 3,000 to 3,500 black people killed by other black people. You tell me what,
kill people they have to, and that's very true. That's sort of like in the black neighborhood, it's gonna be more black people killed in the black neighborhood than it would a white neighborhood. Vice versa. In a white neighborhood, it's gonna be more murders and deaths in white neighborhoods. I mean, this dude's just weird. Yeah, we're going for the 2 hour mark though, bro. But yeah, hey, look, bro, if you come back up in here, man, hey, bro, you're gonna have to change your tune bit, dog. You're gonna have to change your tune bit, dog, because I ain't rocking with that shit. We ain't rocking with that.
Asian murderers kill people they have access to. And because races usually live near their own, black people kill black people the highest. White people kill white people the highest. Asians kill Asian the highest. That has nothing to do.
That's what I just got through explaining, bro. Like wherever you're at, they're just like, even when it was like in some points of slavery in I'm not gonna say the United States, I will say in the world history, they had in Asia, they had Asian slaves. In Russia, they had Russian slaves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like every country had their own slaves, bro. Like Egypt, they had slaves, bro. Like
Nothing like at all to do with why black folks don't trust Mississippi. Mississippi has a history
of being a place where black people don't get done right, injustice, and things of that nature. So, you know, if I was you and I was black, I wouldn't move to Mississippi, and if I was there, I would move out the motherfucker. I'm not going to Mississippi to do. I don't even want to fly over Mississippi. The fuck do I look like? Do I look like a crash dummy? I did doing all that goofy.
Victimizing black folks and having no accountability come with the victimization. Right? Mississippi has a history of racism. Mississippi has a history of hating black folks. So, excuse me, black folks might be a little suspicious at Mississippi after Nolan Walsh died. There's foul play. And you believe that there was foul play in the Nolan Walsh situation.
I didn't know you said that. So, okay, we're in the last 30 minutes. We got 30 more minutes. We about to get up out of the way. So this man, like he said, bro, we cover like it's forced me to hop into the ring with. But if you just listen to what this man says, bro, it's insanity, bro. Like it's something that's, you know, it's sad that somebody my color would think like this, like, but it happens every day, folks.
Want to play the historical injustice math? It's fair to believe that a black man is killed a black man. How do you know the black kids that were out there with no that had nothing to do with it? Statistic.
The black kids out there with Nolan had something to do with it.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No voice.
Yeah, that's some weird shit right there. That's some of the weirdest shit I done heard. I haven't heard like that yet on this fucking case, but black kids, bro. Where are the black kids that supposedly had did something to him? He was surrounded by white kids. Like, bro, see shit like this right here, bro, you gotta put your foot down, because you can't let these people come up in here and play in y'all face as, you know, a certain demographic and just play in your face and say goofy shit like this right here, bro. I didn't see when the pictures I seen with this boy on the boat, it was all white folks. Everybody was white, bro.
Historical injustice math, it's fair to believe that a black man is killed or could be killed by another black man. How do you know the black kids that were out there would know that had nothing to do with it? Statistically,
because they was few and far between, bro. You had to get out there on a boat. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of black boat owners and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, bro, like, even if it's black boat owners, they might be going out to the Horn Island, but they're riding all together. They're not riding together to Horn Island and saying, "Oh, we're gonna do something to Nolan Well." No, that didn't happen, bro.
Story.
Ignorant.
I'm talks about black folks. So if you want to play the historical injustice math, it's fair to believe that a black man is killed or could be killed by another black man. How do you know the black kids that were out there would know that had nothing to do with it? Statistically, historically, it's more likely that he'll be killed by a black person. Ignorant. Y'all Negroes ignorant.
This man is a clown. Like you are a real deal fucking clown, bro. Oh shit, hold on. Breaking news 14 minutes ago. Ticket TV. Hold on. That's weird. We're talking about the point that Nolan Wells went out with all white counterparts. And we're talking about, we know that happens in the black community. We know that. But your reasoning, I say reasoning, your reasoning on this whole situation, it sounds like, bro, you need to go sit down somewhere, get you a book, bro. Get you a book and read you a little something. Educate yourself, brother. Like, for real. Because the things that you are saying, you're not saying it from a point of a person that would be in a situation like a person who lives in the hood. We know that shit goes on, but we're talking about a one black boy going out with six white boys.
Out there would know they had nothing to do.
And don't come back alive. Like, let's talk about that part. Like, it's that is the conversation that we need to be consuming right now. That's the biggest part of what's going on that needs to.
It's more likely that he'll be killed by a black person. Ignorant, man. Y'all Negroes ignorant.
Ignorant.
I'm tired of being nice to y'all. I hope I don't get in trouble with certain people. But I'm tired of disproportionately. You can't even get offended at somebody like Taylor.
Because dollars for him, but it don't make sense. Not over this way. Like, we don't rock with that type. Black as you can get. I'm black as hell. Look, see, I'm black, bro. Like, I'm damn near I look like your tires on your car, man. Come on, now.
Disproportionately, black people come across as stupider than anybody else. Disproportionately, you can't even get offended at somebody like Tatum disrespected him. Come on, bro. Like, it's Tatum, bro. It's like it's Tatum. Nobody takes Tatum seriously, bro. Tatum is a tap dance. Will say whatever he gotta say, okay, to please white folks. But now he's saying his true feelings. The reason why he kept bringing up, well, there was more people on the island, but even though that was not important, because it's like, what if more people disappeared? That actually prove their style play? Because who just disappeared out of 2,000 people with no? Now that's out the window now. Now that's out the window. Now Tatum is saying,
Well, why you not looking? The 4 black kids on an island of 2,000 people. Why you not looking at?
So they said it was 2,000 people out there, allegedly. I don't know if it was 2,000, but he probably got the right count. 2,000 people, and it was 4 black people. Come on now.
You black kids! This was his plan all along. See, Tatum, like this week, began to adopt the stance there was foul play then. And the reason why he was adopting the stance of foul play was because he wanted to co-opt the movement, take over, right? He wanted people who believes there was foul play to come over to his side. And then he was going to drag them all the way over to the left side of the aisle. And eventually began to propose the fact that it was Nolan Wall's black friends that killed him, not the white boys. I told you. Now, Tatum believes that black folks are dumber than any other race. That's what he just said. Black folks are stupider than any other race, according to Officer Tatum. This is a black man saying. Yo, some of you are so hypnotized by white dollars, y'all are ready to sell y'all butt.
We're in Hollywood at the LA Film School campus. Let me show you our post spaces where our students work and learn.
Mouth and soul.
And your morality and your integrity. Bro, how can you sell your soul in this fashion, homie? I know your wife is white, but them is black. You got my kids, bro. And you are willing or turn on YouTube in let's say 5 years. They turn on YouTube in 5 years when they listen. Again, I don't know how old this kid. Let's just say they turn on YouTube when they kids about 14 years old, right? When they start to get into their consciousness. They turn on YouTube and they see their father calling people who look like them stupid. And claiming that those people, all right, are disproportionately dumber or stupider. Than any other race. Let me explain what he means by disproportionately, okay? He means, for example, if there's 50 million black people, we got a higher percent of stupid people than anybody else. So, for example, if there's 60 million black folks, and let's just say 20 million in his world is dumb, 30%. He's saying no other race has 30% of people who are dumb. I'm not even gonna go in how I'm supposed to go in, because you know what, bro? It's not about any other race, all right? But there's almost impeccable metric to prove we ain't the dumbest now. We ain't the. Well, okay.
Social media influencer who failed in football and was a mediocre cop all of a sudden knows more than that. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But I do know this. You said that a young woman with a pot of water acted so suspiciously that she should be shot by cops.
I think that this is justified, but it could have been avoided, but still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
But you don't think people that want to vote with somebody in proximity to somebody.
He said it. They got all his words clipped into this shit. Everything. This was like a sort of like a rehash of what we started the video with. But I'm about to do another 20 minutes, and then I'm fixing to get over here, cook some food, and then I'll come back over Chair Bridge.
And that person come that day acting so suspicious they should be questioned?
Hold on. They were questioned, Stu here. They talked to the police. This is why y'all ain't never gonna make it in life, man. This is why these people ain't never gonna make it, bro.
They said they all of them talked to the police. When did they talk to the police? I mean, they could have, but when? Can you prove it? When did these young men talk to the police? Let me know.
The only reason I don't totally think black people are completely a lost cause because I grew up around black people. I got black people in my family whom I love. So
he's saying that shit like he almost white. Bro, he's saying that shit like he white, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He said, I got black people in my family, and he's a black man.
The only reason I don't totally think black people are completely a lost cause because I grew up around black people. I got black people in my family whom I love. So
he got black people in his family. What? You're a clown out here, bro. Real deal, Holyfield.
I have experience with black people who are not completely retarded. But when you look at these people, and I see why white people are sick of y'all. Because if you ain't never met reasonable white people, black people, and you listen to these fools all day, you gotta think black people has gotta be the dumbest people on planet Earth. You have to be biased looking at the stupidity. You think a woman who throwing a hot boiling water on somebody should get shot. That's called deadly force. I don't think she should get shot because she's black. I think she gets shot because it's according to the law. If you're in fear of serious bodily injury or death, which boiling water can cause, then a cop can shoot you. And the only reason this cop got in trouble because he's white.
Or maybe if it wasn't a black officer, he wouldn't have had killed the lady. The black officer would have let it go.
And they want to make an example out of this cop. And he wasn't stewhead by the stuff he said before he ended up having to shoot her, which put him in a position where they will argue that he instigated it. But she threw boiling water at the cops.
That ain't cool, bro. Like you condoning that. Old black woman.
Zion Nazi never threw the water, by the way. You see what I mean when I say, Tatum just lies? Like he just lies. He's just a liar. She on the couch talking to the officers because, they came into their home because she called them. She was on the couch talking to them. They look at the stove and see a pot on the stove and says, yo, go ahead and turn that off so, things don't burn. She goes, turn off the stove, take the pot of water, lifts it up, right? And puts it, lifts it up and then put it down, right? Right, on the other stove. She was now trying to move the pot of water to the sink, I believe, right? Now, again, this lady is mentally ill. That's why she called them. She begins to rebuke him. I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Now, I don't know which. She obviously seen something. She obviously seen these devils was in her house to murder her, right? So as she's saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, she lifts up the pot to put it in the sink and they shoot and kill her while calling her the B word. No water touched them at all. At all. Now, the officer got 20 years.
20
Tatum
years.
said the officer did nothing wrong.
20. Oh, he got 20 years. I didn't even know he got 20 years. Nah, that's sort of like justice, but not all the way. Because if I could call the police right now, bro, if I call them to my house and they shoot me and kill me, bro, you should get more than 20 years. You should get the rest of your life in prison.
But now y'all see how Tatum feel about us, and now y'all see his real intentions in covering his Lonely Wells case. It was always to deflect the blame to those innocent black wolves. I'll be real, right? I'll be real, all right? Tristan is half black. We gotta watch Tristan. Tristan, he's a nefarious character to me. Tristan is the black friend that Tatum interviewed, where he started talking about how his white side have always done more for him than the black side, how Benjamin Crump is a race hustler. Just like with nonsense, bro. So maybe you gotta look at Tristan. I don't know, okay? But man, them black kids is less than a fourth of a 1% of the people on that island, bro. Leave them out of this. Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, leave them out of this shit, bro. Hey, I respect them on that. I gotta respect them 100% on that. Like, all right, we going to Art of Dialogue, y'all. We about to check out, see what they talking about. They got Judd Mathis on there. I was just talking about Judd.
A better solution. If you need cash now, just go to Mango. All you need to do is quick questions.
So the woman that Nolan was talking to, her name was Katie, and her sister Gracie came out and said that Nolan, he actually intended to go back to the mainland with his group. And they spent a lot of time together while they were there. He specifically just spent a time with her, or they did spend a lot of time together, Katie and Nolan. And so that kind of defeats the whole explanation. He insisted. We just kept, get on the boat, get on the boat. Come on, Nolan, you gotta get on the boat. You gotta get on the boat. And he doesn't, and that, as it turns out, there's no sense of desperation for him to stay off the boat because he has nothing really cooking, if you will, at the moment, to be so insistent at being left behind without a ride back. Yeah, the stories are conflicting. You got Nolan friends saying that he wanted to stay at the island, but you got Katie's sister Gracie saying that Nolan, he intended to go back with his group. So yeah, a lot of moving parts, and I'm waiting to see about this grand jury and see what they say, because it's based on how the prosecutor presents that case to the grand jury. Grand jury hearings are one way.
Yeah, it's how the prosecutor presented to him. Like you know, he's way better than me, but I'm just saying, like, if they don't present it the right way, they're not even gonna pick the case up in the grand jury. They might just say, "Oh, we're not."
Don't have those who testify at the grand jury do not have the ability to have legal counsel. They are questioned by the prosecutor in front of the grand jury with the questions and the objectives that the prosecutor is trying to achieve. No defense attorney can say objection, or they can say, let me tell you an alternative scenario or narrative. That doesn't occur. So I don't like of Mississippi for decades. Protect those killings. And so that's what we hope we're not. Judge and determine you go to jail on trumped up charges, don't get due process, plant stuff on the shooters and on trumped up charges, don't get due process, plant stuff on the shooters and lie about it like they just did the young man Reese in Madison, Wisconsin. There I say we because I was part of that movement, and we worked on electing a new prosecutor and a new mayor. Well, we didn't get the mayor, but we got two council persons on, new prosecutor. And so that's the power of the vote. And that's what I encourage our brothers to do, because it's not going to stop. It doesn't appear that it's going to stop anytime before white supremacy ends. And I give that another 50 to 100 years, unfortunately, about 3 or 4 more generations. Definitely. And I know that the autopsy, it didn't reveal if he was conscious. And I know that the autopsy, it didn't reveal if he was conscious or not when he got in the water. And I know Ben Crump and his team, they trying to figure that out. Was he conscious or not? scientifically whether they could, but we do know he had a discoloration, as they call it, bruises on the back of his neck, or a red bruise. Now, we do know that, or red discoloration, which reflects fresh bruises. And by water, your tissues, then certainly you'll still be able to see that. It'll still be red.
Yeah, and I know it's also being reported that the autopsy reports done by the state is not being released.
And that's what's scary about the grand jury, because conclusions too soon and ruin folks' lives and cause inflammatory and the community to be inflamed, etc. So let's be very careful and not let much out until we really know what the deal is. Okay, maybe so. On the other hand, let's not let too much out, because chance at a hearing, all kind of rational ways to.
This settlement check completely changed my life. I'm honestly shaking as I record this. I never imagined something this big.
About to play this. Let's
Going around that maybe she might of her alleged baby daddy and ex-boyfriend Ronnie Doe. Well, apparently around as this might not be her first body. So I'm going to tell you everything in this video. Let me just refresh your memory as far as the Ronnie Doe murder, and then we're going to rewind all the way back to a few other murders, and there's multiple. There's allegedly multiple bodies, multiple murders that some people think Krishan.
Still very much active. More than a year. Can was shot.
shit, but hey man, y'all kicking me in the comment cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit notification bell. If you'd like to support the Cash App in the description. If you'd like to follow me on any other platforms, everything in the top description of my YouTube. With that being said, get this show on the road. Peace. One. Hey,